I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light.
Welcome back to another episode of our Crybaby Whims. If you are not part of the Raven family but want to be part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that it does notify you of a new episode when it goes live on the channel. As you can see, Cassiopeia is just going ahead and blowing out some candles here. It is her adult birthday in this episode, so we are just having her go ahead and age up. It is about 7 o'clock in the evening here, and it is just time for her to go ahead and become an actual adult, and so we are going to just let her do that really quickly before she aged up on her own. I didn't want her to have that sad moodlet that we had forgotten about her, so we're just letting her go ahead and blow those candles out. As you can see, Zeke here is out getting his driver's license, and he is just doing that so that he can go ahead and travel around the world. But Cassiopeia is just going to go ahead and get some chores done here around the house while she waits for Zeke to come home. All of the children are just kind of dealing with a little bit of their needs here. And when we had left off, we know that Tevin and Carina had been struggling with some drugs issues, and our lovely Davis had aged up into a teenager, and he has taken over the love of fitness that his mother has, which we absolutely love. Landon is our lovely little good student, and he has been working really hard on his school homework and projects and things of that nature. And honestly, I'm really surprised about that, guys. Like, I think it's kind of funny that the one child that actually doesn't really know who his parent is the one that is doing really the best in school and things like that. Like, if you think about it, he doesn't really know who his dad is. Like, there's Elias and there's Greg, and then we've got Zeke, and it's just like there's a whole lot of men in this kid's life, and he doesn't know who is actually his dad, right? Like, Greg doesn't ever come around, so he doesn't know, and yet he's still a little bit well-rounded when it comes to school and things like that. And I don't know how that's going to affect him when he's a teenager, and only time's going to tell with that, and we will see that as time goes on, because we do know that he is our heir. But for the time being, as he's a child, he's doing pretty good. And as you can see, Carina and her grandmother are just trying to mend fences here. Their relationship is going up a little bit, which we love to see. And it does seem like it is going to be just in the nick of time, because she is not getting any younger, and so yeah, that's probably not good. And little Carissa here is just sitting in her bed, and she's like, you know, obviously needing to be taken care of a little bit here by Cassiopeia. So Cassiopeia is just going to deal with Carissa just a little bit here, and they are going to do a little bit of flashcards, it looks like, which we love, because, you know, we want her working with her children as much as possible, trying to get up some of her parenting skills and things of that nature, because, I mean, at the end of the day, she still has an aspiration that she needs to meet. Currently, right now, we are waiting on her high school students to get an A, which, I mean, it would be a little bit easier if her high school students would stop getting stoned all the time, but, I mean, beggars can't be choosy, I guess. Beggars can't be choosy. So there is that. We're just going to let them continue on with their time here, and once Zeke gets home from getting his driver's license, we'll see what he is up to. I do know that obviously he wants to go ahead and propose to Cassiopeia, and now that she is an adult, we will be able to go ahead and end that relationship with her and Elias and let them go ahead and finally get divorced. There is no sense in just letting that linger on forever and ever. And I do think that Zeke would probably just tell her, like, look, it has been long enough. You guys have just kind of been letting this drag on. I want you to leave your partner. And I think that, you know, knowing that they both want to be engaged to one another, she would be like, absolutely, I agree with you that, you know, it is time for us to go ahead and move on and move forward with our relationship. And so I think that she would go ahead and just, you know, go and have a talk with Elias and just tell him, like, it is time for us to go ahead and actually permanently split. And so I do think that conversation is something that is going to need to be had once Zeke returns home from his driver's license. I think, you know, he is going to want to have that conversation with her now that, some time has gone by. I mean, Carissa is now a toddler, and, he has been patiently waiting for, Elias to make up his mind. And unfortunately, Elias just isn't doing that. He is just holding on just out of spite at this point. And, Zeke has been really, really patient, but at the end of the day, he wants to start his family with Cassiopeia, and he wants to be her husband, and he wants them to be a family, like an actual true family. So he's just going to go ahead and come in here and talk to Cassiopeia and just say to her, like, hun, while I was out, I was really thinking about everything, and, I love you so much, and I know I told you that I would wait and I would, be around no matter what, and I still feel that way, but, now that you are at this place in your life and Carissa's getting older, I really just feel like, it's time for us to go ahead and move forward with our relationship, and I want you to go ahead and I want you to leave Elias, and I want us to be together. Like, it is time for us to move on. And so she has told him that she is going to go ahead and leave Elias. And Elias and her are, already in a bad place where their relationship is concerned, and they already have a really negative relationship, and they have for a really, really long time, but now it's saying they despise each other. So we are actually going to go ahead and get her into bed here and let her get some rest. Everyone's going to go to bed. It is really late at night, and in the morning we'll actually have her go ahead and go over and visit Elias and let them have a little bit of a talk, and she's just going to go visit with him and let him know, like, look, I appreciate everything that you've been trying to do here as far as whatever this was, this temporary split, but I'm ready to move on. You have a baby, you have Liberty, I have Zeke, we have a child together. Like, let's just let bygones be bygones. And so we're going to go ahead and go over here. She didn't even wait. She was like, you know what, I'm not even waiting until the morning. This has something that has to be done now. So she's gone ahead and come over here now. It's really late at night, but she was like, this is something that's going to keep me from being able to sleep, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it over with. So she's come on over to talk to Elias, and she is going to just tell him, like, look, they absolutely, as you can see, despise one another. He is furious. But she is just going to tell him, let's take a look. They are actually already divorced. So you can see that they are divorced here. So she has ended this marriage. And she's just going to tell him, like, I am, really sorry that it had to end this way. But unfortunately, like, you were never going to end this relationship. You were just going to let it drag on. I am really sorry that I had to go ahead and do this way, but, Elias, unfortunately, I wasn't going to just let you hold me hostage for the rest of my life. Like, you have your life, I have my life. We both move on, and I want to be happy, and I want you to be able to be happy, and we can't do that together. So they are just having a little bit of a talk/argument right now about the situation, and Elias is really, really angry. As you can see, he's very, very upset by the situation. I think he really did not want to be with Cassiopeia, but he honestly didn't want anyone else to be with her either. He really did just want to hold on to her and just not allow her to have anyone else. And he's just, like, really bored with what she has to say, and he's just being really childish. And she's like, Elias, you can be that way all you want, but we have children together. We have to co-parent. I would like for us to be able to be amicable and be able to be friends. If you don't want that, then that's fine, but this is the way it is going to be. Like, you have Liberty, you have a child together. I would like for us to all be able to get along. Like, our kids have siblings. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a child that is a sibling to our children. Like, we need to be able to get along. And he's just not wanting to hear it right now. And, it's okay that he's not in a headspace where he can't hear things right now, and he's just so frustrated. But he's frustrated for the wrong reasons. Like, he's already moved on. He really is just being bitter. And she's just like, she's happy with Zeke, and she's like, whatever, I've moved on. If you want to be like that, then that's fine. But that being said, there is a new little addition to this family. So let's go ahead and meet the half-sibling of our little children. If I can find this baby. Where is this baby? Okay, it's here in the hallway. That's a good place for it. All right. So we're going to have Cassiopeia just come on up here and meet this little baby. And we'll get her to feed it because I just got a message that the baby's not been fed. So we'll feed their baby. Clearly they're not taking care of their own child. So we'll have Cassiopeia come on up and take care of this baby. Just give it a little feed and we'll get to meet this baby. This is the half sibling of our Talbot children. So we will meet this little baby, and obviously when the baby ages up to a toddler, we'll give it its makeover, and I'll show you guys what it looks like as well. And hopefully we'll be able to see this little one and the series a little bit as well, so that we can get to know this baby, since it is the half sibling of our children here in this series. But this is, I believe they named this baby Frances Talbot, the half sibling, half sister of our children. And I think she's adorable. She's just a cute little bean. We're just going to do a little bit of super efficient baby care here on this little one because, you know, Cassiopeia has really high parenting skill as far as, since she's had so many bloody kids, you know, she can just super efficient baby care this baby and make this baby super happy, which is beautiful. So Frances Lee is this half sibling of all of the Talbot children, which we love. And I don't know, now that, you know, Cassiopeia and Elias are officially divorced, maybe Frances and, you know, Liberty and Elias can, you know, all be a family, and Elias and Liberty can get married now. Who knows? Maybe that can happen. But right now, only thing I'm really concerned with is Cassiopeia being able to move forward with Zeke, because, you know, that's something that she desperately wants, is to be able to be with Zeke and be happy in that relationship. But she's just having herself a little bit of coffee here, and she's going to have a conversation with Liberty while Liberty sits down and has a bite to eat. And she's just going to congratulate Liberty on her new little baby, and she's just going to say, you know, congratulations on your new little bundle of joy. She is beautiful, and I just wanted to let you know that, you know, I'm really happy for you and Elias. I hope that, you know, Frances can get to be really good friends with my kids. I know that there's quite a bit of an age gap, but I do want them to have a relationship with their younger sister. And I hope that, you know, they come around and they see her, and that you guys can make a place for her in their lives, and them, and, you know, I want everybody to be close, and I know that this is an awkward situation to be in, but I would like for us to all be able to get along. And so Cassiopeia really is trying. And Liberty's like, I really appreciate that, Cassiopeia. I really do, because at first I thought this was going to be super awkward, and Cassiopeia's like, I honestly just want Elias to be happy. To be completely honest, I think this should have ended a long time ago, and I'm not really quite certain why it didn't, but I am glad that it is over now. I know that he's upset. I'm really sorry about that, but, you know, it is what it is, and I am happy with Zeke. And she's like, well, I'm so glad to hear that, and I'm really happy with Elias, and, you know, I hope that you have a really great day. And she's like, yeah, I have to get on home now to the kids myself, and Carissa needs me, but have a great day. So she's going to head on home, and then, you know, whatever. Have a great day. It's like 3-something in the morning, so have a great day. Huh, that's funny. It is about 5 o'clock in the morning, and Cassiopeia is just getting some rest. Zeke is having a little bit of a chat with Carina. He is once again trying to get her to see reason and asking for her blessing for him to marry her mother.
Nope.
And Carina is just not having it. She knows that her mom and her dad have divorced now. Everyone knows this information. She is still just not having it. She's just like, look, I like you. I do. I mean, I like you a little bit. We don't have the best relationship. I don't really have the best relationship with really anyone. But I just can't give you my blessing, okay? I just want Mom to be happy by herself for once. Like, honestly, she went from Dad to Greg and then to you. And I just don't think Mom needs to be in a relationship with anyone. I think Mom needs to figure out how to be happy with herself. And she just can't seem to do that. And so he keeps asking, but like, look, we're in love. Like, your mom is the happiest that she's ever been, and she's with me, and we want to be together. And she's like, Mom loves love. So honestly, I don't know that she is in love with you. And he's like, trust me, she's in love with me, Carina. She is. And she's like, well, I mean, you know, Zeke, I don't know why you keep coming to me and asking me if you can marry my mom. At the end of the day, you're going to do what it is that you want to do. I'm just her child, so my blessing doesn't really matter. And he's like, well, your blessing matters to me. I want to have your blessing. I want to have all of your children's blessing. And she's like, well, go get the blessing from one of the other siblings because you're not getting the blessing from me. And he's like, very good. So he's come down and he's talking to Davis and he's trying to get the blessing from Davis. And of course, we know that Davis and him get on really, really well. And so Davis has given him his blessing, of course. And he's allowing him, you know, of course you can, you know, marry my mom. You know, they all get on, all the boys get on with him really, really well. And it's just Carina that doesn't get on with really anyone. I mean, Carina has a strained relationship with pretty much everyone that she comes into contact with. And I don't know if that's just because she is an evil and mean sim, or if it's just because she struggles so much with the fact that once her dad left the house, she kind of closed herself off. She was at that age, you know, where she was a child and she was just about to become a teenager, and then he left, and then she got into drugs, and she just kind of pulled back from everyone and got in with the wrong crowd, and then she just kind of had strained relationships from there. Like, everyone in this family is just sitting outside in the rain talking about blessings to be married, which is kind of funny. But anyhow, he is just really concerned with everyone allowing him to marry their mom. And he's just like, I don't want to do anything that you guys aren't going to approve of. And everyone's like, of course we approve. We all love you, Zeke. Like, you've been around this entire time. You know, Dad left and he stopped coming around. He stopped paying child support. He stopped taking care of us. We stopped visiting. Like, it was this big thing, and you stepped in right around that time and became a father figure to us, and of course we approve of you marrying our mom. Like, of course. And so Zeke is actually going to adopt Landon as as his care dependent, and he is going to ask Cassiopeia out on a date for later this afternoon, and they're going to go out on a date to a little romantic, you know, place. Well, a little romantic place. He's going to ask her out to the skating rink. They're going to go out and they're going to have a little fun at the local skating rink arena, and hopefully they'll be able to have a little bit of fun while they're there. And he just wants to go out with her, just the two of them, and have a little bit of alone time. The children can all pitch in together to take care of Carissa, and he just wants to be alone with his girlfriend, his fiance, and he wants to probably pop the question. It has been a long time coming, and he has been waiting and waiting and waiting to have this moment where he can make things official with her, because, you know, he's in love with her, and, you know, he has been waiting for Elias and her to split up so that he can be with her, and now it's time. He feels that it's their time, and so he wants to propose to her, and so he's going to ask her out so that they can officially become engaged and actually, you know, be an actual fully for real engaged couple. Like, he already considers her his quote-unquote fiance unofficially, but he wants to make that ish official. We have arrived here at the skate rink for their date, and as you can see, it is a bit of a rainy day, but they are just going to spend a little bit of quality time together here. And as you can see, their needs are a little bit bad, so we're just going to let them go ahead and run themselves off to the bathroom after they're done flirting here a little bit. And they're going to take care of those needs really quickly, and then we will go ahead and let them spend a bit of quality time together, having a little bit of, you know, discussions and some flirting and things of that nature, which will be really lovely. They're going to spend a little bit of time just, you know, telling each other how much they love each other. Zeke has some things that he wants to talk to Cassiopeia about, and so I think that's going to be really romantic here at the skate park. It is, like I said, a bit of a rainy day, so I don't know how much skating they're going to get in, but we are just going to have them come out here and sit down on this bench together and just have a little bit of a chat. He wants to find out how it went with Elias. Not that he wants to dredge up bad things while they're on this date, but he just wants to check in with Cassiopeia and make sure she's okay. So he's just going to ask her, like, how did things go with, you know, the talk that you had with Elias. I know that had to have been difficult on you, with, you know, just going through this divorce. And, you know, she's like, do you like how I look? And he's like, yes, I love how you look today. I think you look great. And so she's going to give him a heat of the moment kiss, and he's going to pull her in for another one. These two are absolutely smitten with one another, and she's like, things went fine with Elias. You know, he's a little upset. That's to be expected. But I'm no longer letting him rule my life. I'm moving on. And he's like, speaking of moving on, you know, Carissa is getting older. I would love for us to go ahead and move forward with our relationship to the next step. And she's like, well, I don't really know what you mean by that. We're already together and we live together and, you know, we're together. And he's like, I understand that. He's like, but, you know, to be completely honest, he's like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I know that you just got divorced. He's like, but when I told you that I would wait around for you and I would be with you for forever, what I meant by that was that, you know, as soon as Elias and you know, divorced and he freed you up, you know, I want to spend my life with you and I want you to be my wife. So I was wondering if you would make me the happiest man on the planet, and I was wondering if you and I could spend our lives together, because Cassiopeia, I want to grow old with you. And she's like, you do? And he's like, I really, really do. You know, I want us to be together forever, and I know that we're not having any more children. He's like, but I consider your family my family, and I want us to be together forever, and I want to be your husband. So I was wondering if you would accept my hand in marriage, and if you would be my wife, and if you would do that and do me that great honor, Cassiopeia, I would be the luckiest man on the planet. And she's like, Elias, I didn't know that you felt so strongly about this. And he's like, of course I felt so strongly about this. He's like, you know, I know that it's your birthday, and I know that, you know, being proposed to on your birthday is probably like the most asinine thing to do, but I'm hoping that you're going to find it romantic. And she's like, well, it definitely is romantic. And he's like, well, good, because I want this to be a special memory, and I want us to, you know, always remember this together, because I want our future together to be so bright and so cheery and so, you know, full of memories that are so fond for you. And so they are, you know, just having these lovely conversations. Zeke, get off the computer and get over here and finish speaking with her. You're ruining my storytelling here, bud. You're ruining my storytelling. So he's going to come over and he's just going to tell her, like, honestly, Cassiopeia, I can't imagine my life without you. He's given her a rose, and he's like, I can't go another day without you. I don't want to ever imagine my life without you in it. And she's like, okay. And he's like, I have asked your children for your hand and their blessing, and they've all given it. And she's like, all of them? And he's like, okay, well, Carina was a little difficult, but I mean, we expected that. But the point is, will you be my wife? And she has said yes, that she will be his wife. And guys, they are now officially engaged. Look at how precious these two are. And they are so very happy. Look at that face. She is the happiest she has been in so very long. A true, true happy Cassiopeia. Guys, because I don't think I have seen Cassiopeia this happy I don't think I've ever seen Cassiopeia truly this happy. And Zeke is just as thrilled with this news and this happy feeling, like he has finally found the true love of his life, and he has waited for so long, and now they finally get to be together. And he's like starving, so he's gonna go ahead and head on in here into this reception area here at this park, and he's just going to make up a little bit of food for them. And it would seem that Cassiopeia has the same idea, because they have both decided to come in here and cook themselves a meal. And they're actually cooking two completely separate meals, but that's completely fine. These two are feeling quite hungry. They're both feeling very flirty. She's a little energized right now. She can't believe that she has found Zeke and this love, and that she is on top of the world. They are super thrilled with one another, and they are just so over the moon happy right now at the place that their life is in. They finally get to be together. They finally get to be in this relationship, and they don't have to sneak. They don't have to hide. They don't have to do anything. Cassiopeia doesn't have to look over her shoulder anymore. She just gets to be happy. She just gets to be with the person that she's in love with. I say that, and then she has a paranoid moment. You know, I mean, some habits die hard, but she can just be happy. She is no longer married. She's no longer cheating. She is finally in a wholesome, loving, happy relationship. And for the first time, she has everything that she wants. And now that Cassiopeia is an adult, and she has her children at home, she is right where she needs to be in her life. She also has decided that she probably needs to look into a career. And as we know, for this challenge, Cassiopeia does need to look into the politician career. So she is going to be enrolling herself in the politician career. So we are going to go ahead and get her enrolled in a job. So we are going to enroll her in the politician career here and get her going for that. So let's go ahead and enroll her in the politician career so that she can go ahead and get started on that. Now, Cassiopeia also is going to be going through getting some changes in her life. Now that her and Elias are separated, there are a lot of things that are going to be changing for Cassiopeia. She is thinking to herself, you know, I don't necessarily know that I want to remain in our family home. I don't necessarily know that I want to, you know, continue this same look for myself. So there are going to be some changes that we're going to be having for Cassiopeia that are going to be happening. So Cassiopeia, they have had a gold date experience, or a bronze. They got a bronze date. That's fine. It's not about the date reward. It's about the fact that we got them engaged, and they have had a lovely experience here together as a couple. So that's perfectly fine. They're just going to enjoy their meal here, and then we're going to go ahead and head them home. Cassiopeia is thinking to herself, you know, she is currently right now living next to Greg and her sister, which they don't have a great relationship, obviously. And they live next to their mom, but she lives in the house that her and Elias lived in. And she's like, I don't necessarily know that I want to remain in that house. And I, you know, probably could stand a change for myself as well. So she does want to, you know, think about moving. She's going to talk to Zeke here, and she's just going to say, you know, I don't really know how you feel about living here, but I'm considering that we probably need to move across town, especially considering I got this new job. You know, I think we might want to look in Willow Creek for somewhere for us to live. And he's like, oh, really? And she's like, I just think that it would be nice for us to have a new change and for us to live in a different area. I don't necessarily want to live here where all these, you know, old places and, you know, old haunts are. And I just think it might be nice for us to start fresh with our new life. And he's like, I think that is a great plan. If that's what you want to do, then I think we definitely should do that. And she's like, really? And he's like, absolutely. And she's like, okay, well then I'll start looking for houses. And he's like, okay, honey. So Cassiopeia is going to get herself a new look. She's going to go ahead and start looking for houses for them. So they're going to be moving. She's going to, you know, really enjoy getting them something new for their life. And she's going to enjoy this fresh start with her new fiance and her new home and her new, you know, look that she's going to be getting. But not only that, Carina here is about to have herself a birthday, and she's aging up into a young adult, guys. And Carina is going to be moving out on her own as well. So, I mean, it is bittersweet to think that, you know, we already have a child that is about to move out on her own. I can't believe that this family has come so far. And, you know, maybe one of the children can come back here and they can live in the Talbot home, and that would be lovely for them. But Cassiopeia has thought to herself long and hard that, you know, this house has done everything it's needed to do for her. And it has too many bad memories, a lot of good memories, but too many bad memories here. And she doesn't want to taint her new relationship and her new career with all of the memories from this house. I mean, if you think about it, the rise and fall of her and Elias is here. The rise and fall of her and Greg is here. This is the town that she grew up in from her childhood, and the rise and fall of her relationship of her and Greg when they were teens. And then again when they were, young adults, when they had their affair. So, I mean, a lot has happened in this town, and so she's like, I just want to get out of this town. Newcrest is not the town that I want to live in as an adult. I want to have a fresh start in a new town, and I want to give myself time to, start new with new places and new experiences, and I don't want to have to worry about, my past. I want to start fresh with my new family that I am, having here. So everyone is going to go ahead and take care of their needs here. Carissa is just going over here to talk to Davis. She wants to play really, really badly. She's in desperate need for some fun, and it does look like Cassiopeia just needs to get herself a little bit of hygiene. So we're going to have her queue up to go have herself a little bit of a bath. But let's go ahead and check in on Davis and Carissa and see if they are having a little bit of fun. I think he was going to take her out and let her play a little bit in her little pool there. Yes, he is. You can see them through the window there. They're just going to have a little bit of swimming pool fun, which we love to see. And it does look like Tevin is just having it out with the bear here for a little bit. I love when the teenagers do this. They're just like, I don't know, they have themselves a little bit of a meltdown, and he's like, okay, that's better. Now he's going to read. All right, you guys done with the pool? Why don't you actually go ahead and play with the pool? So they're going to have a little bit of playtime with the kiddie pool, and oh, Carina, what is wrong with you, child? She's like, I've got myself a little bit of a cold coming on. Oh no, you're just stuffed up. Okay, well, we hate that. I'm so sorry that you feel that way. But other than that, you feel really inspired, so we love it. And Zeke is feeling pretty flirty right now. It is about 7:49 p.m. Oh, 7:42 p.m. Oh no, Carina has walked in on her mother. Well, that is unfortunate. So now you have violated some privacy, and you have seen things that you can never unsee. Okay, well, we love it. We don't actually love it. You're never going to be able to unsee that again. You're scarred for life. She's like, yeah, well, I need to get a bath myself. Okay, you literally just shooed your mom out so you could get your own bath. Oh no, Cassiopeia is not feeling well either. Everyone's feeling really dizzy for some reason. Okay, it must be something going around the house. I don't know. Everyone seems to kind of not be feeling at their best. But as you can see, Davis and Carissa are outside playing in that pool, and they're feeling very playful. They're having themselves the time of their life, which we absolutely love. They are so absolutely adorable together. This is such a cute little animation. He's like, yay, you're such a cutie. They are so cute. Oh my god. Yes, we love it. We love it so much. And he's like, all right, Carissa, are you about done? And she's like, I'm cold. It's cold out here. Yeah, well, we're in a pool in the winter. That's probably not ideal. So let's go ahead and get her out of there before she freezes herself to death. Come on, get her out. Get her out of that water. We're going to get her out of this little pool and get her dressed. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get her in. She's like, I still had fun. It was so much fun. It was so much fun, brother. Thank you. Okay. At least we got her fun up, and all of her needs now are in great shape. And now Dad's come out to talk to her, and they are just having a little bit of time of talking. And he is like, you want to have a story? And she's like, I want to have a story. Stories are fun. Oh, he got distracted by a puddle. Okay, well, you know, his his head was in the right spot. It really was. His head and his heart were in the right spot, but then he got distracted by a little bit of a mess. So Carina is just having herself a bite to eat, and then, we will let her go ahead and read a book it looks like she wants to do. And Tevin's still up here reading as well, and then he is going to need to go ahead and get himself something to eat and head off to bed. As we know, in the morning it is Carina's birthday. She's, like I said, aging up to a young adult, which is crazy to think, and so we will need to go ahead and get her a cake. Everyone's needs just need to be taken care of here. It does look like Cassiopeia has come back from going out exploring. She had gone out to the gym. Of course she'd gone out to the gym. Why else would she have gone anywhere else? That's what she loves to do, is go to the gym. And it does look like she needs a little bit of fun herself, and she's opted to mop some puddles for fun. Cassiopeia, mopping puddles isn't fun. She's like, let me be the judge of that. Okay, calm down. Oh, you actually need to fix that broken sink, love. So let's go ahead and get you repairing things. Oh, the shower's busted up too. So we'll get her to repair these things, and then, there's no sense in you mopping if it's just going to be busted up. So we'll get her to go ahead and do that, and it looks like Landon is going through a phase. Yay for us. All right. With a house this many, it's a shock that we don't have more kids going through phases right now, so, I'm not really going to complain. Oh, and we've got some tofu dogs that have gone off, so we'll just toss those in the can. And once Cassiopeia has completed going ahead and repairing those things, we'll go ahead and get her to come down here, and she can make a meal. That way there is some food here for everyone to eat. Since we're having food go off, obviously we'll need to cook some things. And then we will have to get a cake ordered, because look at these two doing some flashcards. Oh my god. Yes, we love it. Oh, they're so cute together. I'm going to miss this kind of interactions when Carina's gone. So that is going to be really sad to see her go when she moves out on her own, because I do love when they autonomously go ahead and help with their little siblings, and they are helpful. And when Carina is not stoned and doing really bad things, when she's actually doing grown-up things like helping, it's really, really sweet. So she is just helping with her little sister and learning, which we love. Look at Zeke. He's like, see, this is what I'm talking about, Carina. We're so proud of you when you help like this. Alright, so Mom is just come on down. She's going to go ahead and get some stuff going here. We are going to go ahead and bake some things up here. She's like, dang, that smells so good. And Zeke's like, hi, honey. She's like, you are distracting me, dear. Everyone is just dealing with their needs, which we absolutely love. And Cassiopeia is just in here slaving away over the... Who are you and why are you in my house? In lingerie, no less. Please leave. Please leave right away. Thank you. Thank you kindly. So she's just in here. She is just cooking some food up right away. We are getting some food cooked. I believe she's making collard greens and cornbread, but I could be wrong. But I think that's what I've queued up for her to make. And once that is made, we will go ahead and we will order up a cake here for Carina, because as we know, it is time. It is time for her to go ahead and get herself candles blown out. So we will put some birthday candles on the cake. That way she can go ahead and blow them out and age up into a young adult. I can't believe it. But we have actually made it. Our very first child has grown up, and she is a young adult. Look at Landon. He's like, is this for me? And she's like, no, it is not. Please do not touch it. He's like, it's fine, Mom. I'm just cleaning. Calm down. He's such a good little bean. Okay, so I am just going to queue up and let everyone get their needs taken care of here. It is about 12:30 in the middle of the night. So everybody's needs are just going to need to go ahead and be taken care of. And I am going to have Carina come down and blow out her candles when she gets a chance. And that will be that. And everybody's schedule, as far as sleep goes, is like really skewed up. Like, I don't know what happened, but this family, for whatever reason, is not on a good sleep schedule. They're up all hours of the day and night. Really, really weird hours. So it is like, what, 1 o'clock in the morning and everybody's awake. Everybody is awake. Nobody's tired. So we'll have to get them back on a good routine as far as sleep goes. And I think it's just because they were off for the holidays, and so they were sleeping weird hours, and so it threw them off of their normal routine of scheduling of sleep. So we'll have to get them back on a normal schedule again. But for the meantime, they are wide awake, so we might as well, since everyone is up, go ahead and let Carina blow out her candles and things of that nature and go ahead and age up, because it is time. So she's going to go ahead and go in here, do just that, and we will get her to age herself up. And she's just going to go ahead and announce to her daughter really quickly that she's engaged. She's like, guess what? I'm engaged. And so, even though Carina did not give her blessing to Zeke, she did know that her mom is in love with Zeke. She knows that her mom is happy about this. And so she is happy for her mom, as you can see. She's giving her a hug and she's just telling her, like, congratulations. I'm really happy that you're happy. And so she is happy for her. And she's going to go ahead and blow her candles out now. And we will see her go ahead and celebrate for her daughter. And Carina has aged up. We will randomize her traits. And she got beach lover. So guys, guess what that means? We are going to be moving Carina out of the house. And she is actually going to be moving to Sulani. That's right, she's going to be moving very far from home, and we're going to be getting her out of the house and into Sulani for her living situation. So yeah, I think that is really fitting that, she would move far, far away from home. She is like, you know what, everyone kind of screwed off on me, and I got into a bad crowd. And now I'm going to move far away from everyone else. And, hopefully she'll stay in touch and hopefully we'll see her. So we are moving Carina out of the house and we are moving her into Sulani. I'm actually going to put her in this house up here in the top left in pure perfection. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath home. We are going to put her here. And so this is her new home. And we'll just go ahead and place her there. Go ahead and live a wonderful life, Carina. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful life. We will see you later in the series. And we will go ahead and hop back into our house. So now that we are back in our house here, as you can see, we are just going to go ahead and move on with our time here. And we are going to just get Cassiopeia over here to the mirror. She is like, okay, my daughter has just aged up. I think it's time for me to go ahead and go through a little bit of an overhaul. So we're going to take a look at the new look for Cassiopeia. And this is the new look for Cassiopeia and the change that she's gone through after her adult makeover. And I hope you guys like what I've done with her. She got some new outfits. So this is her new everyday wear. And let's go ahead and go through some of her looks. This is still her formal, and her athletic changed, and her sleepwear. And I did give her a couple of outfits in a couple of the different categories. And then she got a new party outfit. And her swimwear, she got 2 swim outfits. And then her hot weather. And then for her cold weather, And so this is Cassiopeia's new look. I hope you guys do really, really like what I've done with her and her new look. But she thought it was time for a change, and so that is Cassiopeia's new look. So let's go ahead and jump back into the game and see her now that she's got her new look. And she's over here just playing dolls. I love that when she's just over here and she's just like, okay, and everybody wants to play dolls with me because I'm over here just playing dolls with you guys. And of course, Tevin is feeling a little bit upset now that his sister has left home. And guys, everyone, we are getting a phone call, and it looks like our mom, Clara, has passed away. So everyone in the house is going to be really, really sad. So Cassiopeia's mom, Clara, has just passed away. So guys, I am going to go ahead and just leave this episode here. We have had a loss in the family. It has been a very, very eventful episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode. For the next episode, we are going to be seeing Cassiopeia in her new house in Willow Creek because she has found them a new home, and they are going to have moved in between now and then. And so I will be showing you guys their new home in our next episode. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.